Good evening, everyone. This is Tulsi Bisen, and today we will continuing our optimizers series. Yesterday we have discussed about the gradient descent and the stochastic gradient descent, and now we will discuss the other three types of the optimizers. That is SGD with momentum, SGD with mini batch, and the uh, ADA grade gradient descent that optimizer. Okay, so our topic is mini batch stochastic gradient descent. So in this we are trying to overcoming the problem which is related to SGD. So what problems SGD faced, like the it has the very large time complexity, and the second problem was the trap in the local minima. Okay, so mini batch SGD is trying to overcome the problem of the that the large time complexity in the case of SGD algorithm. Mini batch SGD is taking the batch of the data, and it creates some points on which it is calculating the gradients. In it, the gradient are calculated on the base of the calculating the derivative of the loss. Okay, but the when the derivative of the loss here calculated are somewhat noisy in the case of the mini batch SGD. Okay, and here when the derivative is calculated after the parameters are after that the parameters are updated. So this is the formula which is for mini batch SGD. Here the B of I is representing the ith batch or the iteration of the one batch, and the J here representing the calculating the derivative for the loss function. So and theta will be the input values, and the alpha is the learning rate. So this is the formula, and this is the code for to implementing the mini batch SGD. Here we are taking the batch size of 50. We can take any size, but we have to give the value of the batch size here. This similarly in the previous algorithms, we are calculating the loss functions with respect to the various parameters. We are calculating the gradient, and then final parameters are using some learning rates and the previous calculated this gradient value. So in this way, we are calculating, we are implementing the mini batch SGD. So you can visualize here also that this is the stochastic gradient descent. Here the more checkpoints are created, and in mini batch gradient descent the batches are created, and then for some point the gradients are calculated. But here in this diagram you can see here that the direction for the gradients are somewhat other direction on other than the local minima. So this is called the noise. Okay, this is called the noise on calculating the gradient. So this is the problem which is related to mini batch gradient descent. The gradients are moving towards the other direction rather than the this local minima. So therefore the derivative calculations are much more noisy, and it takes time to converge to the local minima. Okay, and we can see here that the it takes more iteration also compared to the stochastic gradient descent or the previous gradient descent uh, formula. So this is the advantage and the disadvantages. Advantages are this takes the less time comparatively to SGD. Disadvantages are the updation of the MBSGD are much more noisy compared to the other optimizers, taking longer time to converge because of the noisy gradient calculation, and it may also get stuck to the local minima. Now next is our SGD with momentum. So this is also trying to overcome the problem with which is related to mini batch SGD. So here we are adding one more term that is called the momentum. Okay, and this momentum is using for denoising the gradients which is related to mini batch. Now the updates of the weight are dependent on the noisy derivative, and when we are denoising the derivative, it means we are converging very a little bit faster. compared to the other optimizers. So here we are calculating the derivative by using exponential weighing average, means that is giving the average to the recent updates compared to the previous updates, and the whatever values are updated, it are represented in the form of the uh, means that is also taking the direction also. So it accelerates the convergence in the relevant direction towards the local minima. Okay, and reduces the fluctuation also. So therefore the noise is become less in this gradient calculation. So this is the formula, and here we are adding a constant, that is gamma, which is a momentum, and this is the formula. And here t represents the time. Here t means at the time, and t minus 1 means the previous value of the gradients here. And this is the loss function, this is the learning rate. Here the weights are updated, whatever value we are getting with respect to time. Generally momentum value are fixed at the zero point 0.9 or the near about it. Now here we have already calculated talked about the weights updation. Okay, and which speed of the convergence. So this is the diagram you can visualize here. You can see here in the without momentum gradient descent, the fluctuations are very often here, and the directions are far from the direction of the local minima. But in the SGD with momentum, the directions are moving towards the local minima. It also trying to converge the direction, as well as it is trying to reduce the noise in the gradient calculation. And you can compare this SGD with momentum like when we are throwing a ball from a slopy hill. So what it is going faster and faster in the direction of the pace. Okay, so that will be the example you can take here. Now what are the advantages? So advantages here are like it is also means taking less time and converges faster with compared to the GD algorithms. And we are taking one more variable here, that is momentum, to faster. So means the calculation is much more little bit complex here. Now next is adaptive gradient descent. So what is adaptive gradient descent? Means in the previous optimizers we are working with the that the calculating of the gradient, and what are the changes we can make in the gradient calculation, and the uh, trying to reduces the noise also. So here for all the discussed algorithm, uh, now in this algorithm we are trying to reduce the learning rate. Okay, and we are trying to changing in the learning rate so that the model can be used adaptive learning, and it can change the value according to the previous the learning rates. Okay, and it maybe automatically changes the weights also. Also there are some parameters associated with this, and the larger updates are only done for the parameters which are associated with the frequent occurring of the calculation of the loss functions. So here you can see the formula gradient with respect to t, and the these all things are we are doing with respect to the time. Here sigma represents the value of the that the momentum and the other parameters also. But here the problem is in this derivative, when we are calculating the in the denominator we are having one square root, and the values are in the positive sign. It means it when we are calculating the learning rates, but because of the square root it is getting smaller some with the time, and therefore it can be lead to the problem of the vanishing gradient descent problem. So this is the problem with respect to adaptive gradient descent. But the advantages are the learning rates are automatically means updated, and therefore it is comes under the adaptive learning, and therefore the weights are adjusted accordingly. And but Here the number of iterations are very large, and therefore it takes the time also, and the computation cost is also somewhat high compared to the other optimizers. And the learning rate, if the learning rate in the denominator is become very small, then it can be lead to the vanishing gradient problem. So here we have discussed these three optimizers: SGD with mini batch, SGD with momentum, and the adaptive gradient descent. So if you are having any doubt, then you can ask me.
No, Tulsi, it was a good
Okay,
presentation. Thank you.
okay, okay. Thank you.